Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Shataya here at Chicago Branch Great Millstone, prophesizing the return of the Heavenly Father Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai. You all ignorantly call him Jesus.
Find attacks on high value.
But his true and Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai. Coming at you with another lesson. Lord will, it is edifying through the Spirit. But as always, before we get started, we're going to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders here at Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Honors to the hopeful elect, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical and true Hebrews of the Bible. Salutation to all the Akim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity, the speckled bird, and all those whose lineage goes back to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, healthy Barakathah, and the Aqua, and those of you listening and learning, Shalom and Barakathah to you also. I have a video here. The title of this lesson is All Out War Stage 6 Part 3. I should have did this lesson a week ago, but I want to say first before I start the lesson, Salakia Zaquan Akim for my shortcomings. I've been doing some soul searching and 2 Corinthians 13 and 5, I believe, examining myself to see if I'm in this thing, which Lord will, I am, but I've been doing a lot of soul searching and my spirit hasn't been right. I haven't done a video or anything since camp last Saturday, and Lord will, this lesson is edifying. I've finally gotten the right spirit to put up a video, okay? But this is All Out War Stage 6 Part 3. And again, Lord will, the lesson is edifying through the Spirit.
U.S. military targets.
Let me read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, research, teaching, scholarship, education. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Okay, so without any further ado, let's let this video play.
Iran has intensified attacks on high-value U.S. military targets across the Middle East. After reportedly destroying 2 KC-135 refueling aircraft and an E-3 AWACS aircraft in Saudi Arabia, the Iranian military has now inflicted heavy damage on U.S. military infrastructure in Bahrain, home to the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet. The U.S. base in the Sheikh Issa area of Bahrain is the latest American facility to come under attack. According to reports, Iran destroyed an ammunition and equipment depot at the site. Satellite imagery shows visible destruction in before and after images. Reports also say several U.S. P-8 surveillance aircraft hangars were struck. The satellite images show significant damage, with roofs blown apart in the attack. Another image shows destruction at a radar maintenance and repair hangar at the Sheikh Issa U.S. Air Base in Bahrain. Additional visuals reveal the roof of a drone hangar completely destroyed, with extensive damage clearly visible. Bahrain, located located just 768 kilometers from Iran, has emerged as one of the worst hit targets in Tehran's retaliation for U.S.-Israeli strikes. The Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps said the attacks targeted industrial and military infrastructure linked to U.S. forces in the Gulf states. Its proximity to Iran makes Bahrain a vulnerable target, despite a heavy U.S. military presence and advanced air defense systems. On March 29th, the IRGC said it carried out missile and drone strikes on aluminum facilities in Bahrain. Aluminum Bahrain confirmed that 2 employees were injured in the attack on one of the world's largest aluminum smelting facilities. In a statement carried by Iran's semi-official Mehr news agency, the IRGC claimed the facilities were linked to the American military. Meanwhile, Iran had earlier issued an ultimatum to hotel owners in Bahrain, warning that hosting U.S. military personnel could make their properties legitimate military targets, according to the semi-official Fars news agency. Fars reported that U.S. forces have taken refuge in hotels across the region following Iranian missile strikes and coordinated attacks by allied groups targeting American military infrastructure. The report added that U.S. personnel have established a presence at civilian locations, including a logistics base near the old airport. Last week, Iran's foreign minister, Sayed Abbas Araghchi, warned hotels in Gulf countries against accommodating U.S. troops, accusing them of fleeing military bases and using civilian sites as cover. From the outset of this war, U.S. soldiers fled military bases in the Gulf Cooperation Council to hide in hotels and offices. They are using GCC citizens as human shields, Araghchi wrote on social media platform X.
I'm not smart, not tech savvy either, but I'm finally living without financial burdens because I discovered a flaw in big tech.
Iran has delivered a significant blow to the USS Air Power following a series of coordinated missile and drone strikes on American bases in the Middle East. According to reports, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps targeted Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia on March 27th, hitting one of the most critical U.S. military installations in the region. The strike is said to have destroyed at least one E-3 Sentry airborne warning and control system, along with 3 KC-135 Stratotanker refueling aircraft, marking a serious setback for U.S. aerial surveillance and logistics capabilities. The loss of an E-3 AWACS aircraft is being described as unprecedented, given its role as a flying command center that tracks threats, manages airspace, and coordinates combat operations across vast distances. The damage is reportedly linked to an Iranian ballistic missile and drone strike on Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia a day earlier. Based on the images that are viral, the rear section of the aircraft, housing the rotating radar dome, seems to have sustained the most severe impact. This section contains critical systems, including antennas associated with the E-3's AN by PY2 surveillance radar. However, the extent
of the damage, okay, that's what it is. And this is what's going on. What we are seeing in real time, all right, what we're witnessing firsthand, what we're seeing is the Iranian military destroy U.S. bases that have been in the country surrounding Iran, okay? Qatar has the largest U.S. air base in the region destroyed. Bahrain, we just saw the video, okay? Headquarters to the U.S. Naval Fleet, okay, the 5th Fleet. Destroyed, and they have one of the largest air bases, airfields over there also destroyed. Kuwait, another air base, okay, destroyed. And Jordan, they didn't say anything about that, but they attacked Jordan as well, okay. and that's what you call their base of operations, their central base of operations. That system that they have over there in Jordan, that radar and tracking, their systems tie into everything that they have in the Levant or Western Asia, which they falsely and fraudulently call the Middle East, okay? And Iraq, they have a military base there as well. And these facilities are among the largest in the world. Iran has dealt Babylon, aka America, a shocking surprise. We're seeing the military bases destroyed, supplies, equipment, Bahrain airfield, Navy fleet destroyed, among the largest in the world. That central base of operations over there in Jordan, that radar and tracking system destroyed, okay? And it's costing Babylon, aka America, billions, okay? Billions. Again, equipment, supplies, tracking systems, etc. We're looking at losses in the billions, no, the trillions, all right? And poor Saudi Arabia, they still dropping bombs on them. And it's funny because all these countries that Iran launched attacks on, the U.S. used to use those same countries as striking points. What I mean by that, they used to launch raids and launch attacks on Iran from all of those countries that they bombed, okay? So they're killing the American entrance, all right? Hitting America where it hurts in the pocket, all right? So contrary to popular belief, they do have a bomb that can reach us. They can reach out and touch us. They have a bomb already, contrary to what DJ Trump says. But they're killing the American infrastructures in their area, okay? Costing Americans billions, all right? They're costing Babylon billions, okay? And we're going to do some fact checking right now. Let's do one fact first, okay? Fact check this here first, okay? Let's get this. Let's get this. Jeremiah 50, all right, and 45. Jeremiah 50 and 45. And Jeremiah 50 and 45 says, therefore ye hear the counsel, therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purpose that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them, okay? And these running this country ain't nothing but a bunch of witches and warlocks. They're modern day Chaldeans, okay? And this prophecy has been fulfilled, okay? All right, DJ Trump has let these small hatters, well, this country is ran by Babylon. Babylon, aka America, is ran by the small hatters, all right? That's who run this place, all right? And they won't let Trump out. He's in a war that it's unwinnable, okay? And this prophecy that I just read you, all right, therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he have taken against Babylon, and his purpose that he had proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. And this thing is full speed ahead, full swing. Ain't no turning back now. All right. Ain't no turning back now. So this prophecy has been fulfilled, and this is going into that third woe. All right. Let's grab that while we're here. Okay. Let's get it real quick. Revelation 11 and 14. Okay. It says the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So, man, this thing, it's in full swing. Ain't no turning back now, all right? They going at it. And Iran, They're fighting for their sovereignty, okay? They're fighting for their survival of their country and the survival of their people, all right? So that's fact check that. Now let's go into another fact check, okay? Because we know that third war is coming quickly, all right? And we know the least of the flock has drugged them out, drugged them in, and they're in this thing. It's no turning back now. It's full swing ahead, okay? Another fact, Iran has had, they've had for at least 25 years, they've been preparing for this for at least 25 years, maybe 30. So they've been hardening their positions. So they've been beefing up everything, all right? And they started this when the U.S. invaded Iraq way back then. So again, they've hardened their position, okay? They've made preparation. They have their military underground. So anywhere in the country, they can raise up, flex up, and overrun your position or overthrow your position wherever you're at in the country. They have broken the country down into zones or what you may call subsections. 31 different subsections or 31 different zones, whatever you want to call them. They have decentralized their military, okay, into zones or subsections. 31 with each of them have a general, and he has his own army. Now they have 2 million active duty enlisted. They can go up to 4 million during wartime, and if invaded, that number can double up to 8 million. Okay, all right? So they can operate, train, move, etc. underground. So anywhere in the country, they can overrun or overthrow your position, all right? Throughout the whole 31 subsections or zones, whatever you want to call them. And every man will fight till the death. They're prepared to fight till the death. We're looking at military sites with surface-to-air missiles, sea coast launch missiles, anti-ship missiles, anti-aircraft missiles, their armored personnel carriers, tanks, etc. And most of their military, again, train, operate, and move underground. Salakia. You see, that's what they do. They train, move, and operate underground. Iran is not Iraq. It's 4 times bigger. It's the size of Alaska, okay? That's like fighting 31 different countries or 31 cities within a country. And the terrain, it's brutal. It's terrible. It won't allow for a ground attack, a ground infantry, not successfully anyway. So those 75,000 troops, they talking about they getting ready to deploy over there. They are going to be deployed. You UINs, you're getting ready to get drafted, okay? But you're going over there to secure those 27 bases, those 27 military facilities that have been destroyed, okay? All right? That's what you're going over there to do, okay? To secure those 27 military bases that have been destroyed, all right? Bahrain, I just gave them to you. Qatar, all of them, that whole region, and they're going to try to keep them because they've suffered heavy defensive. Their defense has been depleted tremendously, okay? They've suffered heavy defensive casualties, okay? So they're going to be reinforcing these 27 military bases that have been destroyed. So there are going to be 75,000 troops deployed but it's not going to be any kind of ground attack or ground. Have you seen the terrain, the country? Like I said, Iran is 4 times the size of Iraq. The terrain is brutal, and the country is the size of Alaska. Okay? So who you invasion troop of what? 50,000, 75,000, 100,000? The country will swallow them up. And like I said, they have an underground city. They operate, train, and move underground. Their weapon systems are underground, okay? And contrary to popular belief, they have complete control of the Straits of Hormuz, okay? It's not manned because other ships are going back and forth through there. Those are the lies that they tell you. That's what it talks about. You're getting what they want you to see or what they want you to hear in Babylon, aka America's news system, okay? But it's other ships going through that strait, contrary to popular belief. It's just that Israeli and U.S. ships can't go through there, okay? So they've gotten themselves, that Jeremiah 50 and 45, into an unwinnable war, okay? The least of the flock has drawn them in, and we know that Revelation 11 and 14, that third war is coming quickly, all right? So we know they've been lying about this war, okay? Everything that they said is a lie, all right? Job 13 and 4, ye are forgers of lies, physicians of no value. That's what they've been doing, telling the American people a bunch of lies, all right? And pretty much for the most part, that's all they've done is pillage, all right? Plunder, rape, rob, murder, kill, okay? Their imperialism, the colonizing, the pride and arrogance of these people, okay? Let's go here real quick. I got some. Since they've been in power. Give me this Psalm 58. To the chief musician, Al-Tashatith Mishtam of David. Lord will, that was the right pronunciation. Salakia if it wasn't. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in your heart ye work wickedness. Yea, weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. And the Hebrew word for heart is lab, which means your mind. This man can't go to bed at night unless he done planned something evil for some nation of people. He can't sleep at night unless he done planned something evil for somebody. I plan to do something evil. His wickedness, okay? Again, and out of his whole 250 years, it'll be that in June, DJ Trump is planning to have this big, what you might call parade, flexing their military might or what have you, but it'll be 250 years, and the average kingdom, it only lasts 250 years. Now, some last longer than others, don't get me wrong, but the average kingdom, it has a lifespan, or that goes into an eon, okay? End of an age, okay? End of an era of 250 years, okay? Cosmos, eons, all right? But again, do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in your heart ye work wickedness. Yea, weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Okay? And that's all this man has ever done since he's been born. Again, out of 250 years this place has been in existence, they've only had 12 years of peace. And that goes back to that sword, okay? All right, that Genesis 27 chapter where they got that blessing. They father, gave Esau his blessing. You should live by the fat of the land, by the sword, okay? You should live, and by the sword he's gonna die, all right? But yeah, and that's all he got left now is to swing that sword, okay? That's what's coming, okay? All right, but this man has done nothing but wage war since he's gotten back into power. All right here. If you keep reading in that Psalms 58:3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And this is going into when they first start coming down out them Petra Mountains, out Mount Seir, and they got back into power. The bubonic plague had wiped the Byzantine Empire, the Dark Ages. We had got too weak to fight them off, okay? And that's when they got back into power during the Renaissance period, okay? And that's when they started whitewashing history also, okay, Israel? All right, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They cover the faces of the judges thereof, if not wearing who is he. So that's what they did as soon as they got back into power, started whitewashing histories, covering up the true judges, okay? All right? And making themselves, portraying themselves to be gods, okay? Be the true people of the Bible. All right? When in actuality, they're bastards. Talks about that in Zechariah, they're bastard and Ashdod, okay? They're phonies, they're frauds, they're flagazes, okay? But that's all they've done since they've gotten back in power is wage war. Again, Psalms 58:3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, and that's what they've done. Job 9:24, Job 9:24, it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, if not, where and who is he? And that's what he's went throughout the earth doing, covering the faces of the real judges, whitewashing history, changing history, okay, to fit a narrative. That's why, let's go here. Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are physicians of no value. And everything that they have, everything that they've gotten, everything that they know is based and built on lies, okay? And what we're seeing right now is the Great Awakening, okay? We're seeing the truth sprout forth. We're seeing the truth overtake these lies. All right, we're seeing good overtake evil, and we're seeing light overshadow darkness, okay? And when you cut the light on a bunch of roaches, what they do, Israel, they run and scatter all over the place, and that's what we're seeing real time, firsthand, okay? All right, so, man, that Psalms 58:3, they come out of the womb. If you go into the Maccabees, it talks about that when they first actually got back into play, military might, Alexander the Greek, okay, evils multiplied in the earth. Didn't say spread, didn't say added, he say evils multiplied in the earth, okay? So these people have done nothing but wage war on other nations. Everything they've gotten, they've killed, stealed, and destroyed for, okay? And that goes back to Genesis 27 chapter, okay? Their blessing is the sword. By the fat of the land you shall live, and by the sword. Sword you shall live, and the sword you shall die, okay? But they're losing this war that they've gotten themselves into. Fact checking again. Hey, they're losing, and they're losing big time, okay? Jeremiah 50:45, they've been tricked. They've been put in the trick bag and dragged over there into an unwinnable war, okay? This is a war that they cannot win and will not win, okay? Thus saith the Bible, all right? And the spirit of Yahweh Shai's prophecy, Revelations 19 and 10, okay? All right. But let's go here. What do we need? I need this one. Singing app, yep. You'll see right there. It said, here we go. We're going to start at 15 and 28. It says, 2nd Esdras 15 and 28. Behold, a horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Okay, so that's what we're seeing. And that's what these 75,000 troops are being deployed over there for, okay? And everybody go over there and they not coming back, thus saith the Lord, okay? That's the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, the Armageddon, okay? They won't make it back. But they're going over there against these, okay, all right? Behold, a horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth. And that all they which hear them may fear and tremble, okay? And these 75,000 troops are going over there to secure those 27 military facilities, military structures that have been pretty much annihilated from Iran, okay? And they're going to be under heavy attack and heavy scrutiny from Hezbollah, Hamas, okay? The Houthis, Yemen. These are those dragons of Arabia. And this prophecy right here, fact-checking, is coming to pass also. Let's read down a little bit more, okay? Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians, okay? And the Carmanians, those are the Iranians, okay? Persia, the great Persian Empire. Persia is modern day Iran, okay? And that's what we're seeing, an alliance, okay? Okay, these Carmanians, these dragons of Arabia are coming together. And these guys have been, the least of the flock have drugged them into a buzzsaw, okay? A whirlwind down there, a hornet's nest. Contrary to popular belief, they aren't winning this war because prophecy doesn't have them doing that, okay? Where do I want to go here? We'll go here and we'll get ready to close the lesson. I just wanted to touch bases on this third woe right here. You know, and all those countries, again, that they struck, they were up with that $1 billion buy-in. What I mean by that, Trump is $1 billion buy-in where all those countries were supposed to have their own NATO, so to speak, all right, and police that portion of the region. And like I said, they supposed to have been they own NATO in that part of the region. And all of those countries that Iran struck, they were major launching points, major points of attack, launching attacks onto them. So, what it says in Thessalonians, if a man recompense you trouble, it's only right to recompense him trouble back, okay? Let's grab it. I should be it there. Second Thessalonians. Okay, first. Salaki Israel. Let's grab it. Let's grab it. Oh no, come on now. There it goes. Second Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing to God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Okay, and they've been giving these people literal hell for the last, 20 years. They've been putting them under heavy sanctions, embargoes, you name it, they've done it, all right? And now they went over there talking about how they're going to pick the regime that they want in, how, they going to dictate the price of oil, take them people's oil and do what they want with it. Well, this is all out war, okay? Stage 6, part 3, all right? And that's just what's happening, okay? Second Thessalonians 1:6, seeing it is a righteous thing to God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble thee, okay? And this is prophecy being fulfilled, okay? The Lord, they can't win this war, thus saith Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah, okay? They're gonna fall. Let's close with this here. Revelation 13. Let's get Revelation 13:10. And Revelation 13:10 says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, okay? So this man is swinging his sword, and this is his end game right here. And John 10:10, like I said, all he's ever done was kill, steal, and destroy. Everything that he's gotten, that's how he's gotten it, okay? By means of killing off a race of people, a nation of people, okay? Destroying a nation of people, okay? Just straight up taking a coup, going in there and overthrowing a government. Either way you want to look at it, that's what he's done. Let's grab that and close with that, okay? John 10:10, because this is this devil, okay? John 10:10. But this is this devil. The thief cometh not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. And like I said, everything that Esau's gotten, he's gotten by way of murder, okay? Wholesale murder, boss BS, okay? Mass deception, okay? He stole it from one nation of people or another. He's killed off one nation of people or another. Or he just straight up went in and overthrew the government and put a puppet regime in to do his bidding for him. And at the bottom of that, it says, I might have I come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. That's 2/3 of our people. Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. Hey, the laws, statutes, and commandments are life and life more abundantly, but 2/3 of our people don't want that. They want this B-style system. They like to live under this kind of stuff, So, hey, that's it. But as far as this war is being made manifest and the truth is being told, the truth is springing forth. That's all I have. Lord will was edifying through the Spirit. In closing, I like to say shalom and a Bible bowl.